Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those in favor say no. No. It's the opinion of the chair that the ayes have it and the resolution is agreed to. And without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table.
This debate today, it's about who gets to be an American. What opinions do we have to be counted as Americans? This is what this debate is about, Madam Speaker. There is this idea that you are a suspect if you are an immigrant, or if you are from certain parts of the world, or a certain skin tone, or a Muslim. It is no accident that members of the Republican Party accused the first Black president, Barack Obama, of being a secret Muslim. Well, I am Muslim.
What began as a procedural vote quickly turned into a full-blown debate over patriotism, responsibility, and who gets to speak for this country. If you care about real congressional drama and what it means for everyday Americans, stay with me. And don't forget to subscribe.
I am an immigrant, and interestingly, from Africa. Is anyone surprised that I am being targeted? Is anyone surprised that I am somehow deemed unworthy to speak about American foreign policy? Or that they see me as a powerful voice that needs to be silenced? Frankly, it is expected.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And to use that logic, well, then all those people should have just said sorry and we'd move on, right? But no, we don't do that. And let me tell you, I take a little bit of offense to what the hell is wrong with me. I'll tell you, there's nothing wrong with me. I took an oath to defend the Constitution, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Again, I'm not going to apologize for it. I'm going to hold the Constitution, and it's very simple. We really shouldn't even have this debate. If you break the law and you follow due process, there are consequences to your actions, even if you say sorry. So we can try all of the diversion tactics that we would like. It doesn't change the fact that someone broke the law and that someone should be held accountable. It is disappointing, Mr. Speaker, that their own party can't hold them accountable, that they have such hypocrisy. So with that, I yield 2 minutes to my friend from New York, Nicole Meliatakis.
Gentlewoman from New York is recognized for 2 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We've heard from my colleagues the reasons why the Representative Omar should be removed from this committee. But I feel like all the reasons have not just yet been stated, which is why I rise to add for the record. We've heard about the comments that were made regarding anti-Semitism and anti-Israeli views, but I rise to add to the record that as a member of the Foreign Affairs Committee, I've sat there and heard the representative actually spew anti-American rhetoric as well. I've been in that committee room where the representative equates Israel and the United States to Hamas and the Taliban. Absolutely unacceptable for a member of that committee. I've also heard the representative equate that it is the United States' fault that there is turmoil in Venezuela, that is not because of the oppressive socialist and communism that has spread throughout Central and South America in Venezuela at the hands of the Maduro and Hugo Chavez regimes. That is unacceptable. And as a New York representative, to hear the representative belittle, to try to diminish the worst terrorist attack on United States soil on September 11, 2001, as some people did something, that is unacceptable as well. And I hold the same standard for this side of the aisle that I do the other, because when another colleague on my side said something about 9/11, I also voted to have her removed from the Education Committee because I thought that was inappropriate. So I'm being consistent here, and I hope my colleagues will do the same to show that this is about consistency and accountability, because we should not have an individual with those views on the committee that is tasked with representing our country and our Congress to foreign nations. I yield back.
At the center of this moment was Representative Ilhan Omar, who framed the controversy around her removal from a key committee as part of a broader pattern of discrimination, pointing to her background as an immigrant and a Muslim. She argued that criticism against her was rooted more in identity than in policy, presenting herself as a target of political and cultural bias. That framing immediately drew sharp pushback from Republicans, who said this debate wasn't about race or religion at all. It was about conduct, standards, and respect for the Constitution. Subscribe. Representative Lisa Mcclain of Michigan led that charge, delivering a blunt response that cut straight to the heart of the Republican argument. Mcclain made it clear she wasn't interested in emotional appeals or diversionary tactics. Her message was simple: lawmakers swear an oath to uphold the Constitution, and when someone crosses lines, whether through rhetoric or actions, there must be consequences. From her perspective, this was about accountability, not identity. Subscribe. Other lawmakers echoed that sentiment, adding that Omar's past statements on U.S. foreign policy and national security raised serious concerns. Several members argued that equating America and its allies with terrorist organizations or downplaying the impact of major historical tragedies makes it difficult to justify someone holding a seat on a committee tasked with representing U.S. interests abroad. They stressed that this standard should apply to everyone, regardless of party, and pointed to past examples where members from both sides faced similar consequences. Subscribe. Now, here's where this story gets deeper. Step back from the headlines for a moment and you'll see two very different visions of America colliding. On one side, Democrats largely argue that Omar is being unfairly singled out and silenced. On the other hand, Republicans insist that words matter, that committee assignments are earned, and that public servants must demonstrate loyalty to American values, especially when serving on foreign affairs. This isn't just about one congresswoman, it's about how far political rhetoric can go before it carries real institutional consequences. Subscribe. Let me give you my honest take as a reporter watching this unfold. Most Americans don't have a problem with immigrants. In fact, this country was built by immigrants. People overwhelmingly support newcomers who want to contribute, work hard, and strengthen the nation. But what frustrates many voters is seeing elected officials appear to benefit from America's opportunities while consistently criticizing its foundations. That disconnect is what fuels moments like this. Subscribe. And let's be clear about something important. Many claims and rumors circulate online about public figures. Responsible reporting means separating verified facts from unproven allegations. The real issue here isn't personal gossip. It's whether members of Congress are representing American interests with seriousness, balance, and respect. That's what voters actually care about. Subscribe. What we witnessed on the House floor was not just a fiery exchange. It was a reminder that political power comes with responsibility. When lawmakers speak, they don't just represent themselves, they represent millions of constituents, and, in many cases, the country as a whole. Committee seats are not symbolic, they matter. And so does the tone leaders set, especially in an already divided nation. Subscribe.